One of my absolute favorite things to do is to talk to people about the type of online business that they might be able to start. In fact, sometimes I'll talk about that even if it's not what the point of the conversation was, but I just think they might be interested because I love to see people kind of come alive with this idea of, yeah, I never thought about that. I could probably make a business out of that. I could make a side hustle out of that. I could at least make money online in a way that's passive, and I've never thought about that. And we'll talk about that for as long as that person's willing to talk about it. And sometimes it works out in a really cool way. I have a friend, Alex, who was over at my house staying about a year ago. We were talking that night about business, about life, and I convinced him to at least try to start an online business around a skill that he had regarding renting out his cars. He used to buy cars, rent them out, had a little car rental business in New York. And I said, you could teach people how to do that and make an entire business out of teaching how to do that business model. You've done it and you're still doing it. That would be amazing. Here we are a year later and he has a thriving online business around that thing. It's called Car Rental University. You can check it out here on YouTube. But it doesn't always work out like that. Sometimes people think they want to start an online business and really what they want is just to make money online. They don't really want to start an online business, or they don't really want to make money online or start an online business. It's just not for them. This whole thing, online courses, content, membership sites, coaching, consulting, it's just not their thing, and that's okay. And so I would love to save you some time in this video by showing you why and how online business is just not for everybody, and it may not be for you. So in this video, I'm gonna try to talk you out of starting an online business. And if you can get through the end of this video and still feel like this is for you, then you're probably onto something with your online business. So with that, let's jump right in. The first reason why online business may not be for you is you don't make money right away. In fact, you spend a lot of time up front in your online business, putting in a lot of work, making content, building an audience, building your first product before you ever make a dollar. And before you start to see a consistent flow of money coming in, you have put in a ton of work. So you really have to be willing to play the long game. You really have to be willing to say, I am investing in an asset that I'm building here online that I know is going to reap benefits later, and I'm willing to kind of work for free for the time being. And that's not for everybody. It's particularly not for you if you need money right now. If you're just like, I need to make $100 more a week because I've got to make ends meet. Well, if that's the case, then online business may not be the thing for you right now. It's one of those things that you have to be okay putting in the work, and continuing to put in the work, and then eventually you reap the harvest. Now, I will mention that what you make grows somewhat exponentially. So there's this lag between the work you're doing and when you actually see results from it, when you actually start to make money. And it can feel like it's so far away and you just make a little bit at a time. But that starts to grow as you continue to build. You're putting more videos out there into the world, more podcast episodes, you got more people on your email list. What happens is you start to see that your income begins to snowball over time, where it's not just a little bit of marginal growth, it begins to do this and you go, oh my gosh, this is turning into something substantial. And that happens, but it's not quick and it's not overnight. It takes a while to get to that tipping point, and not everybody is up for that. Some people just want to go work a job, put in the time, and get a paycheck. The benefit of doing online business is eventually the money does catch up, and then you're not needed as much. Your system is selling for you. Your funnel, your sales funnel, is bringing people through a process of adding value to them and offering them your products, and you're hanging out doing your own thing, either growing your business larger or hanging out with your family. That's the passive income aspect of it. But it takes a while to get there. So if that is something that scares you, this may not be for you. The second reason why online business may not be for you is it can be lonely. I mean, this is something that not a whole lot of people talk about because it's just not something you would know about if you weren't in this world. But if you're like me, where you spent your entire adult life working in an office and around people on a team, either leading a team or a part of a team, you go from that to running an online business out of your house, you lose a lot of that shared sense of community, that shared sense of teamness, that sense of, hey, look what we did together. We accomplished this thing together. And I know not every office environment has a good culture, and I know some people really want to get away from that anyway, and I didn't love a whole lot of parts about it. But one thing I did love was the sense of togetherness and the sense of we all have this in common, we relate to each other, we go to the same office, we have the same general set of ideals and goals in our work and a lot of times in our lives. You don't have that in online business, and that can be really lonely for some people, and you actually have to be really self-motivated. You have to have a lot of intrinsic drive to even get up and work because nobody's making you do it. So between being alone and feeling that sense of loneliness and being alone and not having the accountability that you might have in an office environment, or at least with a boss and a set of coworkers depending on you, this can be hard for some people. It's something that not everybody wants to do and not everybody can do. But for me, one of the ways that I mitigate this is I try to make friends in other online businesses. I try to make friends with people who are in my niche and with people who maybe even aren't in my niche, but that I connect with because we do similar work. And some of my best friends have been made this way. And here's the cool thing. They understand the world that I live in of online business, and I understand the world that they live in of online business. We have that in common. And even though we're not in the same company, we both have different businesses, we can relate to each other in a way that I can't relate to a lot of people in terms of my work life. So that is one workaround. But if you're a massive extrovert, this may not be for you to sit in your home office 99% of the time, making content, working on products, and so on. Finally, the third reason why online business may not be for you is there are no guarantees it will work. There's a very strong likelihood that if you do everything that I teach to do, it will work, but there's no guarantees. You can put in all kinds of work and realize that you're targeting the wrong niche. You can grow a large audience and realize that they're not really willing to buy. You can do all the right things and just find out that the product that you released is not really what people in your audience are needing. There's no guarantee that the work you're doing now is going to result in income later. Now, there's things that you can do to make that path a little more straight. That's one of the things that I teach in my free guide over at lanesebring.com/super simple. You can pick that up for free. It's my super simple guide to your first $500 online. And I teach you how to make your online business from the very start, selecting your niche, making your first product, making a content plan. I teach that in the guide to get you started on the best possible path. But even with the best training, there are no guarantees that it's going to work. So it's not for everybody because some people need a guarantee. And if you have a job and you work a certain amount of hours, you're guaranteed to get paid for those hours. There are no guarantees in online business. What's amazing though is that what you do get, if it works and when it works, is far more than just sitting there doing a job getting an hourly wage. You can make that disproportionate to what you do. In other words, you're putting in a lot of work and it feels like a lot and it seems like a lot and it is a lot, but then what you make over time is so much more than the work you put in that it's like, wow, I'm so glad I didn't wait for a guarantee. I went for something that wasn't necessarily guaranteed, but I did it the right way, the way I teach, and that meant that I got results from it. So even though there are no guarantees, I'll take this path over a normal job any day of the week because those who win at online business are the ones that keep adjusting, keep pivoting, keep trying to figure out what exactly do I need to do to shift to continue to grow this thing or to start to find some growth and momentum. Those are the people that win in online business. So maybe you're the type of person where this isn't for you and you look at this this and you say, I'm trying to find ways to make money online, but starting an online business ain't one of them. And that's totally fine. I hope this video helped you decide that it's not for you. But if you're the kind of person where you are saying, it is for me, I'm willing to do the work and reap the benefits later, I will make friends in my space and not be lonely, and I'm okay if there's no guarantees because I'm gonna stick it out and keep pivoting and keep iterating until I win, then you're the kind of person that should go after it in online business, and I wanna help you. I have a great guide, like I said, lanesebring.com/super simple. Pick it up there, it's totally free, and check out this playlist right here where I'll walk you through step by step how to start your online business. So click right there and we'll get into it in that playlist.